Hi, I'm Lulu Kitololo and I draw and design.
Hi, I am Joe Very, aka JW, and I take photos.
And hi, I'm Mutua, aka the Truth Slinger. I'm a photographer for now.
My name is Josh Kisamo, and I'm the video guy.
Yep. And so we are here to do your Q&A. You guys asked a lot of questions. We can't answer all because, again, most of you asked questions that were already in our Kickstarter video or questions that we probably dealt with in other videos. So what we'll do is if a question has been asked before at any other of the Q&As I've done or JW has done, I know we've done them before. These other guys, not so much. So, yeah. So the ones, if there's any question you've asked that we've answered in any other Q&As before, what we'll do is that we'll make sure we link down the videos in the description. So if you don't find your question answered, just know most likely you're asking it for the second time or someone else has asked it. And now we're not trying to be rude, but we just want to make sure that we focus on the few questions that, kind of push us ahead. So Alfie asked whether we're going to engage photographers in countries we visit. And he also asked, because we seem to be doing Southern Africa this time, is there any plans of doing West and North, whatever? So I will answer the first one, Joe, you can take the second. I'll answer the second question. Because Unscrambling Africa is an Africa-wide plan. Southern Africa is just the first phase of the trip. The dream is to photograph all 54 countries in Africa, but we also recognize that we can't do it all at the same time. So what we're doing is we divided everything into about 4 phases, and this is the first time that we're doing it. And the success of this one, I think, will probably tell us how quick we do the others. Yeah, so, but all of Africa is the plan. That's the overall plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yes, we are going to engage other photographers in different countries. We're already in conversation with peeps from Lesotho, from Namibia, from Zimbabwe, from TZ. So we're still waiting on to get in touch with other guys like from Malawi and Botswana. Yeah.
So if that's you, get in touch.
Holla!
Exactly, holla. Yeah. So if you want us to meet up with you, stuff like that, I think you should definitely get in touch so that we plan things, plan some moves and stuff like that, yeah.
Buyaki on Instagram asked, do you plan your travels or do you just up and leave? How do you fund them? So, yes, we do plan our trips. We plan our travels. We plan every single aspect we can and leave the rest to chance so that we have
There's very little left to chance.
very little. But yeah, we like the element of surprise wherever we go. So we don't just up and leave most of the time. What do you think? How do you fund them?
Well, our Kickstarter campaign, which you might have already seen, is one of the major ways that we're trying to fund this particular travel. And other ways that we fund them, working with different, working with like-minded brands or organizations whose kind of mission aligns with what we're doing. So we're open to those opportunities as well.
Yeah. Or if it's a short trip on payday, you just up and leave.
Yeah. We definitely, because those guys travel a lot.
Yeah.
Either way, even within our own country, we always just get up and shoot. We use our savings. It's only that this time we thought, it will take a huge chunk of what we want to do, and we want to do it and, produce stuff that people can appreciate. So we thought, why not get everyone else involved?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I have one good question that I think everyone will have to answer from Jami.
Okay.
And she asks, what is the one thing you fear might go wrong? And that you've worked things out to kind of ensure it doesn't. Josh, tell us.
Pressure.
Oh my goodness. I love the show called Banged Up Abroad. So I think my fear is taking out my camera out somewhere in one of these countries and just getting locked up.
Yeah.
They take my camera away with all the footage. Maybe I have a card that's like 100 gig card or something with footage from the last 2 countries, and all of that goes away and I'm stuck somewhere. And I go through all this, so something like that, like just being locked up or something. Or getting stuck on the side of the road with lions roaming around. If we maybe go off-road or something. So I think there's so much that could go wrong, but as an adventure, I don't think you let that get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
You can only plan as much as you can, and then I think the rest you leave to God, I think. And these are good people. I'm not thinking about anything going on. I think that's the best attitude. Just go for it.
I think mine is similar in terms of getting stuck in the middle of nowhere for days and days, and I'm hoping that I get to take a shower every day. Simple things.
That makes one of us.
So I think also for me, traveling with a bunch of guys who might not appreciate some of the things
The
that
value of shower.
are
From afar.
But I think there's so much planning that's gone into this, like thinking about all kinds of eventualities. So I'm quite confident that should anything happen, that we'll be able to respond appropriately and quickly. And hopefully at the end of the trip, these guys will have new appreciation for women's needs when traveling.
For the record, we appreciate.
We shower, by the way.
We shower.
I like my
We
shower.
just are not very, stuck up on where we do the shower. We shower in oceans, in rivers, in lakes,
A good swim is a shower.
in rain, and also in showers, in bathtubs.
I think I have the same fear as Josh, because I think we've done a lot of planning, and we have people we've been talking to that will be on the route. So getting stuck, I don't think is a big problem, but authorities, how we'll deal with them, that's the main thing for me.
So all authorities, when you see us, just let it slide, please. Let it slide. Okay, that's strangely, for me, honestly, I don't think I have any fear about the trip once we go. All my fears are for before. All my fears are, the biggest, honestly, at this point is, what if the Kickstarter does not raise enough funds?
Good one. Yeah.
For me, that's my biggest.
Yes.
Because, I mean, not to sound like a wuss, but one of my biggest fears in life is usually rejection.
Yes.
And the Kickstarter not making it, for me, can feel like it's an idea that I feel is good not being validated or not being valuable to the people I feel will benefit from it. So it not being funded is to mean that it's not important enough, not a good idea, or we don't care about this. So honestly, that's my biggest fear. If once we've gotten through the Kickstarter and it's funded, I feel like for me that will be a Superman moment of thinking that there's nothing that can stop what it is. Once we get, because I think I've been in many road trips where we've lost brakes and gotten lost in Savo for a whole day. We have banged up a tire rim while chasing a sunset so bad that you could fit all fingers in through the crack. And through all this, we made it back home.
We've almost lost a drive shaft.
Yeah, we've almost lost drive shaft. So, almost every trip, like the most interesting trips we've been on, always have some sense of misfortune. And at the end of the day, it makes us appreciate it so much. So, for me, that's the fear. I don't really have a contingency. So that explains how we operate. We have fears, but no contingency for them. We'll just, we trust that they will happen.
Yeah.
I remembered one. Running stomach without
running
a
stomach.
clean toilet.
Yes.
Oh.
We call it bush.
Yeah, you just bush it. Dig a hole,
Dig a hole, bush it.
Yeah.
So that means, antacid, we have to carry a lot of antacids and a well-stocked first aid kit.
Yes. And I have, courtesy of my homeopathy first aid kit.
What's homeopathy?
It's like an alternative medicine, all natural, works with your body.
Insert Wikipedia in the
Yeah.
description.
Link.
Follow that on the link down.
I'll take a picture.
I thought
of it.
homeopathy was, empathizing with homies. A fear, maybe it's a fear of empathizing with homies. I'm afraid this homie will give me such stories. I will empathize. My homeopathy is so weird. So anyway, okay, so we move on to the next one.